We're riding down Uvas Road. This is like South San Jose heading to Morgan Hill. And this is where my family, part of my family settled here in the late 1800s. My mom's side, my great-great-grandfather was a Swedish sea captain. He used to sail from Sweden all the way around South America, Cape Horn, up the coast to Alaska, and eventually bought land down here. And my great-grandfather owned about 50 acres of property down here, kind of down, you know, somewhere off to the right, little Uvas Road, and we'll go by there. It's kind of getting cold out here, at least for the weather's starting to change a little bit. For California, it's getting a little cold, probably around 61. And I took the lining out of this jacket. I kind of wish I had it in. The sun is going down. So a week ago I had a little mishap up on Mount Umunhum. I hit some gravel, and that's because, look at the shoulder right here, you know, this shoulder right in here, you know, you might think that would be a safe place to kind of pull over, and you know, I just want to let a car go by, and well, what happened was there's a bunch of gravel right there, and I wiped out. I mean, luckily I was going real slow, and I had planned to just stop or just go real slow, let the car go by and get back. But as soon as I kind of went into it, it was too late, and that was that. So kind of learned my lesson. You know, also not every road is the same, and some of those mountain roads are definitely going to have a lot more gravel on the side. Even when you're right along, you think it's clear, but it's not. So definitely have more respect for what a little bit of gravel can do when you're riding, and it doesn't matter how good of a rider you are. Once you hit that gravel, I think you're going to be done, unless you get real lucky. This road's always been pretty good. I haven't really seen much stuff on here, although there was a big tree branch that came down one time when I was riding, and that tree branch could have wiped some people out, so I stopped, and other people stopped to kind of clear it out of the way. This road it's Uvas Road. It goes down past Calero Reservoir. That was down on the right, and then it turns into, it basically just becomes McKean Road, goes into Morgan Hill, and it hits Watsonville Road. But my family had property off of Little Uvas Road, and unfortunately it's no longer in the family. It was sold off a long time ago. I'm not even exactly sure where it is, but I wish I could kind of check it out sometime. I know the road, I just don't know where the where it is exactly, the 50 acres. It's one of those roads where you go up it and basically there's lots of no trespassing signs. They kind of don't want outsiders going down that street. Like, if you don't live here, don't drive down our street, basically. It is a public road, though. Alright, thank you. I don't know. I guess that guy was letting me over, or he meant to go down that road. I don't know. It is getting a little nippy out here. Anyway, I'm testing out this microphone with a GoPro Hero 7 Black. I had to pay $50 for a stupid adapter, which is kind of nuts. Why do I need a special adapter? But anyway, bought that adapter, and I bought a lapel microphone, and I just want to see how does it sound inside the helmet. This is the Suzuki Boulevard S40. It's kind of loud. It does have an aftermarket exhaust on it that makes it actually sound better than the stock exhaust. But it is a little loud. I definitely have to wear earplugs. Probably you'd wear earplugs with almost any bike anyway, but this one, being new to riding, my first couple of days I rode without earplugs, and I thought I was getting a bad headache from that, and it's not good for your hearing. I also shoot, so I know you need earplugs for shooting, that's for sure. Oh, never mind. I thought that was a road. I don't know. Little Uvas is up here somewhere. Kind of out in the boonies. So yeah, my grandmother, she was a kid in the 1920s, and she lived here with her brother and my great grandparents, and she used to hike around on the 50 acres of land that they had, and her stories are that they're gypsies that used to live or travel through here. Lots of rattlesnakes. My great-grandfather had to blow a rattlesnake's head off when the rattlesnake got too close to my grandmother, and he supposedly was carrying a 6-shooter on him and did a quick draw and blew its head off. And they also had a UFO experience when she was a little girl, right in here. They saw a UFO, silver, metallic, giant, round-shaped UFO, hovering low over one of these hills when they were driving down this road. And she was told by my grandparents, don't look at it. But she looked, and she saw that it was motionless. It was pretty large. It had what looked like a door or a window that was black that had opened up, and it was just hovering over a hill, completely silent. And also, when she was growing up, hiking around on the property, she found some piece of metal that was very unusual and had some hieroglyphic sort of writing on it. Kind of odd to find that around here. And man, I'm starting to freeze my ass off. I think I'm gonna make this a short ride. Uneven pavement surface. Okay, another thing. Oh wow, especially that other side to watch out for. Also, not the best time to ride when the sun is going to be like right in your eyes. I think I'm going to probably turn around somewhere and head back. A little bumpy in here. So luckily when I had the low side on the gravel last week, didn't really do any damage to the bike. It just kind of messed up my left mirror, and then that mirror fell off on the way home and I couldn't find it when I circled back, so I had to replace that mirror. Front left foot peg was really bent up. That was about it. So I ordered an OEM foot peg from Revzilla, or not Revzilla, I don't know, Partzilla, I think. And they have a lot of OEM parts for a lot of motorcycles, so that's a good place. But man, it was like $50 for that foot peg. It was kind of a pain in the ass to put that foot peg in too. There's some sort of like a washer, a special washer that you got to tuck in there, and it was kind of a pain to get it in, but got it in. Now looking at the right foot peg, it looks like whoever owned this bike before may have dropped it on that side. It didn't really look like either foot peg was as straight as that new foot peg I put on there. I know this bike doesn't get a ton of love from some people. You know, older, just a thumper style, has carburetor, you know, but it seems, you know, somebody even got on my case for saying this bike was nimble, but it is nimble, I think, for what it is. It's lightweight. It's like 380 pounds, and kind of, you know, gets to the turns pretty well. Obviously, I haven't had another bike to compare it with. It's my first bike, and I've only been riding for a few months now. My only knock on the bike is that the seat might be a little low. You know, I'm around 5'10" and a half. So if you round up, I'm 5'11", and I think this is 27.5 inches, the seat height, and sometimes it just bugs my knees a little bit. I'm in my mid-50s, and I'm starting to get achy knees. I'm a tennis player too, and I was a tennis pro for 10 years, so my knees have, you know, kind of gone through a lot of other issues. I've torn and pulled just about everything you can think of in your body. You wouldn't think tennis would do that to you, but it definitely can. think there's some more, there are more reservoirs up ahead, actually on the left. Everything's kind of dry around here. Saw a guy flying a drone in here recently. I don't know if you can actually legally do that. But yeah, it's kind of bone dry down there. I just see people fishing down there. I think further ahead there'll be some water. Let's see, there's some water way over there. Wow, it's so dry here. Just imagine that used to be full, and it's bone dry. Even though we've had some recent rains. What's up with my right mirror? It keeps falling down. Need to fix that. Parking lot up ahead, and here it is. I think I'm just gonna pull in here if this car doesn't sort of like cut in front of me. Okay. And wow, there's not much water here. Not much water. Uvas Reservoir, County Park. I think I'm gonna head back because it's kind of freezing now. You can see why some people get heated grips and whatnot. Backfire. This bike is notorious for backfires. I actually like the backfires. I think he gives the bike a little bit of character. Another reason why I like this bike is sort of my first bike is it reminds me of my dad's old Harley. My dad's black Harley, and kind of has a similar look. Obviously it doesn't sound like it, and it's not a Harley, but it has more of that classic style to it, and it's a thumper, and kind of simple. And now we got people doing like 30 miles an hour on here. Can't get out of third gear. I'll putt in fourth gear. Oh my gosh. Okay, back to third. I think I'm just gonna slow down and let those guys get ahead a little bit more. I'm just going to go really slow. I bet I could just pull over and stop and wait 5 minutes and then I'll be right behind them again. Really any good places to pass on this road. It's always nice when people kind of pull to the side. Do not pass. Well, at least they're doing the speed limit. Let me see. Where is... There's Croy Road. Where is Uvas? Little Uvas Road. So here's Little Uvas Road, and this is where my great-grandfather had the ranch. So I was on the internet and I was trying to figure it out before. I think, I don't know, it might have been on the left somewhere. And I think you have to go behind some gate to go in there. This is a bumpy little road, and I bet there's probably some potholes and gravel on this road. Yeah, this is very kind of rough in here. Dang, better for a dirt bike in here. Anyway, I think that ranch was down here somewhere. I am gonna just turn around. Could have been, I don't know, up to the left. I'm not quite sure exactly where. Guess I got to do some research on the internet. Go on ancestry.com or something. Because everyone's long gone on that side of my family, and that property had been sold off, and my great-grandfather wound up buying like a block and a half of land in Palo Alto, and getting rid of the ranch eventually. Be kind of nice to have some property around here and be out of you know, where all the congestion is in the suburbs. But personally, if I had land, I kind of want to be in the more in the boonies without any neighbors. Fun to, you know, have some property you can go hike on, have your own shooting range, maybe some motocross, motorcycles. I'm sure that's got to be around here somewhere. Another thing I'm glad I got for this bike was this windshield. I mean, still you get wind for sure, but it's a lot better than not having it. Oh shit, uneven pavement. Alright. Yeah. Came up on my seat a little bit before I hit that. My fingers are starting to get pretty cold. Some ranches out here. I'm doing 35 miles an hour. I think the speed limit's like 45 at least. Alright, they sped up a little. Like it when it's green. It did get a little rain over a week ago. I think next couple of days we have a high wind advisory, and I don't like that. That sucks. Don't really want to ride when it's very windy. This bike does get blown around on the freeway, especially. Man, it is cold. I think I prefer riding on a nice sunny day when it's a little warmer. I would have gone riding earlier, but I was on the tennis courts. Did about 3 hours of hitting, hard hitting. That's my exercise. Don't get much exercise doing this, but it's good exercise for the brain. Just put it into 5th gear. It's like you don't even notice really when you're doing it from 4th to 5th. Sometimes you can't tell. It's in 5th, then you reach down, try and pluck up, and it's like, okay, it's in 5th. This bike's real simple. It doesn't have any anything to tell you how much gas you have left. For instance, if you run out of gas, you've got a reserve, you got to switch it over to the reserve. Doesn't tell you what gear you got it in, but you know, the naked bikes and sport bikes will have all that stuff. This doesn't have ABS brakes either. I did get two, as soon as I got this bike, I got 2 new brand new tires. I got the bike looked over. Got 2 new tires, front brake pads, and the next thing I had to do was the throttle cable. It had too much play, too much slack, so I got that replaced. I redid the heat exhaust wrap and put on a heat shield because it was missing the heat shield and it melted the hell out of my boot. replace the bar end mirrors. Of course, I had to replace the front left foot peg too, after bending that up. And I also noticed this bike was missing there's some engine covers that go on the top left and top right. It just looks funny on the left, like there's this big gap there. From what I understand, it's not necessary, but it looks kind of funny to me. That big space there. Also looks like crap could get in there. On the right side doesn't really look as noticeable. Yeah, I'm still in 5th gear. I'm going to go to 4th gear. You can kind of hear that. Now go to 5th gear. We're heading up to Almaden. Almaden is in the southern, most part of San Jose, on the west side. And there's Mount Umunhum on the left. You can see that building up there there's a rectangular building up there. And that is the remnants of an old Air Force base. And it's now a park. You can go up there now. In the past you couldn't go up there. You could go hike a certain distance up Mount Umunhum, and then there would be a sign that said, no trespassing, you got to turn around. But then it's now a park, and you can actually go up there. Lots of stories about Mount Umunhum. There's stories about albino brothers up there that might harass you, or maybe they might eat you. I forget. I don't know. The angry albinos. That's a story about Mount Umunhum. That rectangular building used to have a radar dish on it. It's no longer there. I think that building is pretty much a landmark, so I'm glad that building never got pulled down. Damn, my hands are freezing. Freezing now. now we're on Almaden Expressway. What's down here? There's a golf club down here. There's Leland High School down here. There's a Almaden Swim and Racket Tennis Club.